and welcome to today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. I am Nkem Okwogo. Nigeria became a British protectorate in 1901, while her colonization lasted until 1960, when an independence movement succeeded in gaining her independence. Nigeria first became a republic in 1963, but succumbed to military rule 3 years later after a bloody coup d'etat. Today, we celebrate Nigeria's independence. In the spirit of togetherness, we are reminded of the establishment of the National Youth Service Corps by General Yakubu Gowon in a strategic move to foster the spirit of national integration and unity. As we celebrate 60 years as an independent nation, it is with a deep sense of national pride that we celebrate the contribution of the National Youth Service Corps in forging strong national ties, bonds of unity and togetherness as one great nation, Nigeria. We will be right back. The NYSC scheme was established by the administration of General Yakubu Gowon to rehabilitate, reconstruct, and reconcile the nation's diverse ethnic groups after the devastating 30-month civil war, and properly encourage the development of common ties to promote national unity and development.
NYSC was established as a fallout of the Nigerian Civil War that lasted from 1967 to 1970. And for us to harness and not to allow this to happen once again, the then military head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, deemed it fit to establish the NYSC for the purpose of promoting the unity and integration of Nigerians. And ever since, the NYSC has been promoting this objective and has been achieving it tremendously. In the area of intermarriages, during orientation, you see corps members get to know each other better. At the end, most of them get married. I always give an example of several of them, such as the governor of Ondo State, who met his wife during the service year. And if not for the NYSC, I wonder, now the first lady of Ondo State is an Igbo woman, and so on and so forth.
My marriage to the governor symbolizes what you've just expressed, because it was during my husband's youth service that we met. So when you talk about National Youth Service as a tool for unity, I wouldn't agree more.
The NYSC designed several programs to achieve this integration. One of several is the Community Development Service. In the Community Development Service, it is expected that corps members posted to the various communities where they are going to serve for the mandatory 1 year must pick up projects that will impact positively on their host community. And this NYSC has been doing. Several examples, you see a Christian corps member building toilets for Muslims, even when he's a Christian. It baffles Nigerians when they witness such things, and it's because even not for the NYSC, they wonder how this will happen.
This toilet, it's a small building. You might just see it as a small building, but it's worth more than a small building to me. Because this building, there is what we call intikaf, which used to be done last 10 days of Ramadan in this mosque. I've been doing this thing for more than 8 years. I was small, I used to come here every year. We used to come and do itikaf. This place was uncompleted. We used to bathe on the floor like this. If you want to go to the toilet, we have to fly this fence and go outside. But this year was totally different. I was performing itikaf in this place. I was like, I feel like I'm in somewhere else. Alexander, I couldn't imagine that a Christian guy would come and do these such things. A Christian guy. I want to use this medium to appreciate what Alexander Etini the Gideon has done for this community.
In the area of education, core members have contributed so much into the educational sector, because in all the nook and crannies of this country, you see core members teaching. In some schools, you see virtually 90% of the teachers are core members.
This is something that one cannot even say it all. I want to believe that today, without this scheme, most of our schools cannot even operate. NYSC has been very, very wonderful. There are so many schools today we have in this state that maybe apart from the principal, the next you see is the NYSC members that are there to assist.
Likewise to the health sector. Recently, the minister directed core members to take over hospitals as a fallout of the strike by the resident doctors. That's to tell you what the core members have done. And when they come and treat somebody, a man from a Hausa doctor treating a Yoruba patient, and when the Yoruba patient gets to know the man treating a core member, you begin to wonder, say, so we have people who care for one another.
When they come in, our priority is primary health care. Now, we also have paucity, as I said, of especially the doctors. So these doctors are used in this field to fill in, and we will retain some of them. The last CMD of the camp has been retained in Niger State and given permanent and pensionable appointment, and several of them like that. Then the nurses and the midwives, especially the midwives, because of the heavy maternal mortality that is unacceptable, we deploy these people to those areas where they improve our maternal mortality situation.
We have gone into a lot of sensitization of our activities. Core members are very active in the sensitization of Nigerians on HIV, and we have reached out to Nigerians through our outreach program, where core members provide free Medicare to Nigerians. And this Nigerians appreciate. I visited recently, last year, when I visited Borno State IDP camp. I saw core members providing free Medicare to the IDPs. And when I found out who these core members are, some were from the Imo, Anambra, some from Yoruba, and so on. So you can see that when we continue to measure what these core members have done in promotion and national development and also our integration, we'll continue to say this from now till tomorrow.
As we celebrate our Diamond Jubilee as a nation, it is indeed evident that the National Youth Service Corps has been an indispensable institution in the forging of a resilient and indivisible nation, Nigeria. The scheme is alive to its responsibilities and responsive to the needs of our dear nation. Let us meet Adebayo Ojeyinka, a native of Ile-Ife in Osun State that served in Anambra State in 1994. His story is one of the numerous examples of how the NYSC promotes national integration. Let's take a look.
Dalurine, none, and make no. If you no bear, or maka, Kanye Chineke kene, if you Mary, Nandu is no. Or Bibia meba, or a Chineke called Gosi, and hold him seriously. My name is Adebayo Ojeyinka. I'm a native of Ile-Ife, as Ife East, Osun State. I did my degree course at Obafemi Awolowo University, where I graduated from. That was in 1994. And immediately I came to Anambra State to serve. That same 1994. I finished in 1995. My course of study is International Relations, Faculty of Administration of Obafemi Awolowo University. I'm married with 4 kids. All of them, I had them in Anambra State here. So ever since my service here, I've been in Anambra State. I was one of the NYSC merit awardees during my set. We were offered employment by the then military administrator. I was Colonel Mike Atta, and I've been there since then. I am the Director of Public Service Office in the Office of the Head of Service. But presently, I am, joining my job with the job of a permanent secretary, because we are yet to have a permanent secretary for this place, and I'm just covering the duties of permanent secretary.
Adebayo was enthusiastic about the start of his service here and looked forward to a fulfilling experience.
I was eager to serve. I put in my best. I was in many groups. I was a platoon leader in my set. I was in the OBS, and I took part in so many activities in the camp. Then after that, I entered into, when we were discharged to go into the primary assignments, I was fortunate to be posted to Government House. And in Government House, I was assigned the protocol duties. Maybe because of my course, International Relations, they gave me that department to work. And very, very early in life, I started moving with Governor as a youth corper. But aside from that, I went into my own primary assignment project, which I did. What I did for the NYSC that time was to create a business center. But I did my best. And on the day we were passing out, I was surprised to hear my name as one of the, best corpers.
Adebayo received an overwhelming acceptance by members of his host community, an experience that has forever changed his life.
Anambra State is quite a loving place. I was like a star, a Yoruba man, a corper, and I was treated with respect and admiration. People were looking at me, young boys, young girls, they were coming to me for me to mentor them, to do some things, that they have never seen before. I stayed in Hamobia. So they were well, they treated me well, very, very well.
Over the years, the NYSC continues to develop its programs to meet the challenges of contemporary times, especially in the area of self-reliance of the Nigerian youth.
This SAED program we have now is more intense and has been expanded than what it was when we were there. And I believe that this is the way to go. It will prepare people for the future. It will prepare, many students you see, I call them students even as core members because they still behave as students. They still have the, thinking of students. When they come in so crude, they don't know where they are going to. So the NYSC using this program will help them to be able to step their foot in the nearest future, the immediate future. I am a believer in NYSC and I'm advocate of NYSC. I join NYSC to move forward anywhere I see NYSC. As a matter of fact, after my service, for the next 10 years, I housed more than 30 core members every year. Youths, especially in schools now, in universities, they should pray to go for service, this NYSC. And when they get there, they should take it very, very seriously.
We are indeed one people. Kudos to you, Adebayo, and other 7 and past core members. Meet Chibuzo Marian Chibuike, the girl who found water, a passionate Nigerian youth, an author, a Nelson Mandela Fellow, and founder of Haske Water Aid Foundation. Her journey started during her service here in Bauchi State. Stay with us. Let's watch her story.
My name is Chibuzo Miriam Azubike. My state of origin is Anambra State in the southeast of Nigeria. I went to the University of Benin. I graduated in 2011, where I studied philosophy. And as every young person who has just graduated, I was looking forward to my NYSC, but not around northern Nigeria at that time. So I had a lot of fears, you know, as someone who didn't understand Hausa, going to Hausa, Bauchi, all the way from Lagos by night journey, 18 hours. But then I got to Bauchi, and while in camp, they kept talking about the MDGs. So we had instructors who talked about the MDGs as at then, which is the Millennium Development Goals, and how we can tie that to our CDS, which is the Community Development Service. So I was looking forward to doing a project to also make a difference. So I came across a community known as Bigi Tudunwada in Bauchi. So these people, imagine people living, they don't have access to potable water. Water is a human right, it's a necessity. So I was able to mobilize resources from my place of primary assignment, government parastatals, to sink the first and only borehole in a village of about 6,000 people. So the people were so excited that they named the place after me. They called the place Angwan Miriam, which means Miriam Settlement. Miriam is my second name, like I said earlier. And they gave me a title. Sarikin Ayuka means work superintendent. And I was named Lady Haske. I wrote The Girl Who Found Water. I did that to encourage young people, you know, during their service to make the best out of it. Because I still think that the NYSC is the best time of a young person's life. I found my calling during my NYSC through the CDS. The CDS is the Community Development Service, you know, because I did an outstanding project that won the best. I was the best batch B corps member in Bauchi. I also got the state awards for Bauchi and several others. So when I went back to Lagos, I founded Haske Water Aid and Empowerment Foundation. People have asked me, an Igbo girl, so why did you use Hausa name for your non-profits? If I did not go to Bauchi, I would have never known that I could do a project. So that book, I made money from selling the book, okay? So it is part of the funding I got from that book, right? That I was using to give corps members money to embark on projects. Because when I tell corpers, do this project, they'll say they don't have money. They don't have money. So one thing I did was, one, encouraging corpers to do projects. Secondly, giving them part of the funding to embark on the project. From the sales of my book, The Girl Who Found Water. The NGO has already started. That was how Haske Water Aid and Empowerment Foundation was born. So far, we have supported at least 6 corps members by giving them grants to embark on specific water projects. Now, some of these projects, we have one in Bielsa, done by Anthony. That project benefited about 1,000 people. We have one in Jigawa. We also have another corps. We also have, this is a young person in Daurawa. My NYSC project that I did in 2011-2012, not only did it help me develop myself, I also won international recognition. One of them is the Mandela Washington Fellowship, which is like a prestigious award organized by the US government themselves. And I remember during that interview at the US Embassy, it was my NYSC story that stuck. So much so that when I saw my interviewer later on, he said, your story is unforgettable. So I got the Mandela Fellowship because of that. That's one. I've gotten the Royal Commonwealth Fellowship Awards. And I've also gotten a couple of other research grants, which I also believe that the pedigree that I have built during my NYSC helped to help me pitch to the finals. My NYSC story of coming to the North, all this gave me a lot of international recognition. My book is in University of Oxford, University of Birmingham. Some of these Ivy League universities requested for my books to be in their library. That's my NYSC story of the girl who found water in Bauchi. I would like to say a big thank you to the NYSC. Thank you for building me. Thank you for helping me realize talents that I never knew that I had. Thank you for training me. Thank you for supporting my book, The Girl Who Found Water. Each time I hear coppers tell me, oh, the DG was in this camp. He brought your book to inspire us in camp. I feel so happy. I feel so honored. Nigeria songs, Nigeria we serve.
On behalf of the Director General, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim, and the management of the National Youth Service Corps, we say, you're welcome, Marian. And we say thank you too. Thank you to you and to all serving and past Corps members for imbibing the ethos of the National Youth Service Corps and becoming worthy ambassadors of the scheme. Stay with us. We would be right back.
Congratulations, Nigeria.
Happy Independence, Nigeria.
Congratulations, Nigeria.
Congratulations on our 60th anniversary. Let us celebrate the glory of a united Nigeria and uphold the pride and honor of being a Nigerian.
It has been a wonderful ride living in love, peace and harmony. I'd like to encourage all of us to keep living as one big family so the labors of our heroes past will not go to waste.
60 years is no joke. Let's continue to serve our country in dignity, truth and selflessness.
And I want to salute every Nigerian who has worked tirelessly to put this nation together, regardless of our differences.
Remember to stay safe, happy independence, and God bless Nigeria.
Remember, to lead is to serve. Happy Independence Day, Nigeria.
Always remember, together we stand, divided we fall. Nigeria is ours. Nigeria we serve. Stay safe.
Congratulations once again, and please stay safe.
Happy Independence Day to my wonderful country, Nigeria. I'm so proud to be a Nigerian anytime, anywhere.
My message for Nigerians at 60 is that we continue to build on our unity and our integration. Because though in tongue, we may differ, but in unity we stand.
Nigeria songs, Nigeria we serve. The celebration continues. It's a celebration of unity, service, and patriotism to our dear nation, Nigeria. Shine on, Nigeria. Shine on, Nigerians. And shine on the National Youth Service Corps. This is where we draw the curtain on today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. I hate to leave you, but remember, you could always write to us on the online handles displayed on your screen right now, and we would write back. Remember, the safety of Corps members in our communities is the responsibility of you and I. Until I see you next time, I am Nkem Okwogu. Stay shining. This is to inform the general public that the Director General has approved Thursday, 15th October 2020 as the date for the passing out of the 2019 Batch C Stream 1 Corps members. Given the circumstances of the COVID-19 pandemic and the required protocols for social and physical distancing, the program of activities has been scheduled as follows. Monday, 12th October 2020, release of passing out Corps members by employers and registration and clearing of Corps members by local government inspectors. Tuesday, 13th October 2020. Signing of final clearance by zonal inspectors and administration of questionnaires on 30% of the passing out corps members. Wednesday, 14th October 2020. Signing of final clearance by zonal inspectors. Thursday, 15th October 2020. Distribution of certificates of national service to deserving corps members at local government level. The management wishes you a very safe and successful exercise. Signed, Management.